Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution. Now, Darin and Anita with your Grand Strand Artist Spotlight.
And folks, back from a commercial break, Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. Welcome back to the show. It is our Spotlight interview segment. And on the line with me, I've got Chuck Roberson. Chuck, how are you, sir?
Darin, I'm doing just fine today, man. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I tell you, you got more hits on the way. Do the hits ever stop with Chuck Roberson? That's what I want to know.
I tell you what, man, it doesn't seem like it does. It's just always, it's just always something good. Yeah, Chuck Roberson. I try to stay pretty busy, Darin. I keep, steady trying to put some good stuff out for the people, man.
But I'm telling you, and everything you've got out, the new album we're going to talk about, but talking about staying busy is that you just took over the operations of Desert Sound Records. Now you're a record mogul, Chuck. I tell you, putting out other artists and plus yourself. How did that come about?
Well, what happened is my good friend Pete Peterson, Pete Peterson and I hooked up a while back.
Right.
And Pete has finally decided to retire. He's been in the business forever, so he decided over the last year or so that he would retire. And he was wanting somebody to take Desert Sound over, and he figured that I would probably be the best person at the time that he could think of to transfer the company over to me. So he's retired and moved up into Augusta, Georgia. He's moved up into Augusta, Georgia. So now I will be taking on new artists. We are looking for good artists. So if there are any that's listening and decide they want to put out some stuff, they can always get in touch with me over there, because we are fixing to do a brand new roster of artists. It's what we're gonna do at Desert Sound. So that's how I got to take that part of this company.
Well, who are some of the artists that Desert Sounds has now?
Well, they had Avell Hollywood, they had Peggy Scott Adams, Ghetto Cowboy, Charles McCormick, Bobby Jones, which is still a part of Desert Sound, but Pete is still maintaining the operations of those folks.
Right.
So, I'll be bringing in all of the newer artists now at Desert Sound. So overall, the Desert Sound is doing real good. So we're just going to try to keep the momentum moving.
It sounds like it's a lot of good artists on there, like Peggy Scott Adams and those folks. Avell Hollywood, a great artist out there, plus Chuck Roberson. Well, Chuck, let's talk about the new CD here. It's Chuck Roberson, The Devil Made Me Do It. Now, I know the devil has made us do a lot of things over the years, but it couldn't be a better song for that. Also on this CD is a song that we talked about earlier, back about a year ago, was I'll Take Care of You. And also, me and Anita here in the show, we've been doing the Chuck Strut and the Hometown Blues. And I think I finally got Anita, Chuck, to learn that Chuck Strut here in the studio. When we play it, she jumps up and starts doing this crazy stuff. I ain't never seen nothing like it before.
Tell Anita to go ahead on and do the choreography on that, and let's get it out there. I would be happy if she would go ahead and do the choreography on it, and we go ahead and do us a little light video and stick it on YouTube.
There you go. I'm going to talk to her about that when we see it. She couldn't be with us today because of our production schedule and getting in and out of the studio. Well, Chuck, here you go. I want to talk about this song. The Devil Made Me Do It is the title track of the album. How did The Devil Made Me Do It? I've heard some stories, and you've told me off the air a little bit about this song. And how did this song come about, and what's the meaning of it?
Well, the Devil Made Me Do It. Pete Peterson actually did I guess you could say, the hard writing.
Right.
We got to get, I think it's sort of sprung from the Flip Wilson cliche, The Devil Made Me Do It. Flip Wilson had that thing about Geraldine and The Devil Made Me Do It, which made him real big out here in the entertainment world, and I think it jumped on Pete. The devil jumped on Pete, and Pete was not satisfied until the devil made him come down to my hometown. I'm sitting up in my house one morning, he blowing in front of my door, and I'm looking at him saying, "Dog, that's Pete sitting out there," and he came in and we sit to my dinner table and put together The Devil Made Me Do It.
Well, it is an incredible song. It's a great story. Geraldine Jones, I can remember that too. The Devil Made Me Do It kind of thing on Flip Wilson back in the day. Well, the song's doing real well for you, Chuck, and even the Chuck Strut on our show and the Hometown Blues. The whole album is incredible. There's 10 cuts on the album, folks. If you want to find it, and you can actually find it on CD Baby and Amazon. All you got to do is search for Chuck Roberson, and we'll put a link on our website to that.
You can also pick that record up through Carolina Record Distributors too. Roy C.
And I just want to thank you so much for taking the time out to talk to us a little bit about the new song.
Well, it's always a pleasure, Darin, to talk to you and Anita. I missed her today, but it's always a pleasure, man. Anytime you call me, I'm overwhelmed when you call me. You make my day. I appreciate the push that you all have been giving us over there, and I'm hoping one day, real soon, to be able to come through your territory with the show. One of my big desires right now.
I think really Southern Soul and you guys, North Carolina now up in our state, I've talked to some other Southern Soul artists that it's a good place right now for Southern Soul. It seems to be crossing over into our region. So folks, if you want to get a hold of Chuck Roberson, you can do that through Desert Sound Records. All you got to do is Google that online. It'll take you right to Chuck and book him up here in the Kakalaki, they call it.
Yeah, I would love to come up, man. I got a big show too coming up over the Memorial Day weekend, where we're gonna have some 5 or 6 different stars up in a town called Lloyd, Florida, just up the street from me. We're gonna have Carol Wolf up there on Sunday, along with TJ Money and a whole bunch of us gonna be up in there. I'll be performing from 5 until probably 7 at night on Monday, which is Memorial Day. So I would like to bring this same show up through your area, man, because I've never really done your particular area. I've been in Carolina quite a bit, but I've never done your particular area, and I would love to come and let the folks see how I work and what we do.
There you go. Chuck Roberson right there, and you can get a hold of him, Desert Sounds. All you got to do is dial the digits, 850-673-2100. That's 850-673-2100 to get Chuck. Bring him to your town. You want to talk to him and find out about Chuck Roberson, you can do that as well. Chuck, again, thank you so much for being on the show. Here's the latest song.
The Devil Made Me Do It.
I've been cheating with a woman you thought was your best friend, staying out all night long, gambling my wages away. None of my bills did I pay. I know what I've been doing is wrong. I just can't help myself. The more I did, the better it got. Baby, you know that just wasn't me. The devil made me do it, baby.
The devil made you do it.
Say, boy, go on and have
Darin and Anita on Grand Strand. A music evolution.